Everyone, it is getting close to Midwest Moos baseball here on Facebook. Kurt Caden and Brendan Sweeney talking a little Moos baseball before the game tonight. Coach, always good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, Kurt.
It's been a few days since last Sunday. Real quick, I guess let's put a recap on what we've seen last Sunday. Of course, we don't talk to you in the postgame. I thought a hard luck loss for your team, a game that when you look at the stats, you probably should have won. You lose that one 8-6 to Valley Center.
Yeah, it's a game where we had tons of traffic on the base paths, just did not convert when we needed to. Get those big 2-out hits with runners in score position. Even the 1-out, ground balls to second base that would score a guy from third, we didn't get those either. So that really was the case in that game. Definitely, leaving 15 guys on base, it's not going to win you ball games. So that's something we have to work on, and we've kind of struggled with that as well in the games after that one on Sunday.
Then you had a couple days off, and then every week the league has a feature night where everyone plays at the beautiful complex in Goddard, which is West Wichita, and you played the Kansas Curve, and an old-fashioned 2-1 ball game. Unfortunately, your team was the one.
Yeah, and again, it really was a game where we had chances. We got guys into scoring position. We had a couple of innings where we got guys to first and second, nobody out, and then we just did not execute when we tried to lay down a bunt or get those runners over in some capacity. We just couldn't do it. It seemed like had a bases loaded hit by pitch, and that was our only run we got in the game. So it was just another story of us not really getting that run when we really need to, or getting that really big hit in a tough situation.
Always easy to point on the negative. I know I do that, but to allow only 2 runs in this league. Who pitched against the Curve, and what did you see from
that? That was a great outing. We actually had several guys. It was really kind of a group effort. Jared Stoffel threw 4 good innings for us and didn't give up anything. And then we went deeper into the game. Brandon Jesse came out of the bullpen. He was great. Didn't give up anything either. Cody Brown came in there. Allowed a run, but he probably should have been out of it. Another inning where an error killed us. So I think our pitchers, all around did a really good job. Andrew Gonzalez finished that off. So our pitching has been fine. I know yesterday didn't look great in terms of the score on the board, but even yesterday we competed on the bump.
16-8 loss to this team that we're going to see tonight again, the Kansas Cannons. Talking to Josh Miller a few minutes ago, he felt pretty good at how he induced a lot of ground balls, just couldn't get the outs when you needed them.
Yeah, we had a lot of ground balls that we just misplayed or booted, and it was just I think it was just a lack of focus yesterday. We just got to really, before pitch, pre-pitch, go through our routines and really think about what's going to happen on this play if the ball's hit to me, and have that all set up ahead of time, as opposed to getting surprised by a ground ball and then it eats you up.
The league, I look at you've had a 2-1 loss, a 5-4 loss, you've had a 5-4 win. Games in our league have been pretty competitive. McPherson's the only team without a win right now, but really, I know your team at 2-5, not that far from the top of the league, or here early in the season.
Yeah, the Kansas Curve, that's a team that's top of the standings, so that's a good result for us, losing that 2-1 and having a ton of chances to win that game. This is a competitive team. We're right on the tails of everybody that's right ahead of us, and even this Cannons team yesterday, I think if a couple things go right in that 5th inning, when we gave up 10 runs total, if a couple things go right in that inning defensively, we get out of that with just 2 allowed, and maybe even come away with a win yesterday.
Tonight, rematch with the Cannons. They are first or second in our league, and Caden Nikes is on the hill. What do you want to see from him tonight?
Yeah, Caden had a good start last time when we played Valley Center here on Sunday. Just a little bit tough luck there in the late innings for us in that game. And I just think for our pitchers right now, I just want them to focus in, do what they can, and not worry so much about what's going on behind them, because I know that it always gets in the head of a pitcher. I pitched in college. I know what it's like to give a ground ball to somebody and have it booted, and then that gets in your head. So you just got to he and Josh, we talked about that yesterday. We were like, hey, what happens behind you, just throw it down the toilet and get the next pitch.
Yeah, interesting. Your lineup tonight, you have Cora Heist, Townsley, and Rocha in the infield, and nice to see Brady Johnson. I'm not sure if he's played earlier this week, but I know he was injured last weekend, and nice to see him in your lineup again.
Yeah, I had Brady in the lineup against the Cannons on Wednesday as well. He's okay. It sounds like just a little bit of scar tissue swelling, and ended up being fine. A couple days later, he iced it, and so he's doing all right. He should be actually catching tomorrow in McPherson. So.
Appreciate the time. Good luck tonight, and we'll talk to you. We got a full weekend here next weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Brendan Sweeney joining us here in our pregame talk, which we do before every home game. And again, this is the only home game this weekend. We'll talk more about the upcoming schedule and what's coming up here tonight. Audio for the fans. We'll have it here in just a few short minutes here on Facebook.
Good evening, baseball fans. Welcome to the Broadway Recreation Complex, home of your Midwest Moos. Tonight's KCLB contest features the Kansas Cannons and your Midwest Moos. Here's tonight's starting lineup for the Kansas Cannons. Batting first, the shortstop, number 2, Cade York. Batting second baseman, number 10, Max Burney. Batting third, left fielder, number 8, Robert Sherrar. Batting fourth, right fielder, number 20, Zach Davis. Batting fifth, third baseman, number 15, Rocco Gump. Batting sixth, first baseman, number 27, Gabe Ramos. Batting seventh, center fielder, number 5, Kale Blasey. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 30, Jared Hanks. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 16, Cannon Brooks. Pitching tonight for the Cannons, number 24, Corbin Talley. Head coach of the Cannons is Phil Stevenson. Moos fans, here's the starting lineup for your Midwest Moos. Leading off, the second baseman, number 1, Nate Korheis. Batting second, third baseman, number 19, Joel Townsley. Batting third, first baseman, number 22, J.J. Cardinal. Batting fourth, right fielder, number 34, Derek Fay. Batting fifth, left fielder, number 24, Trevor Abedia. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 36, A.J. Romero. Batting seventh, designated hitter, number 27, Brady Johnson. Batting eighth, the center fielder, number 8, Andrew Brown. And batting ninth, the shortstop, number 2, Joey Rocha. Pitching tonight for the Moos, number 18, Caden Nikes. Head coach for the Moos is Brendan Sweeney.
Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Midwest Moos Baseball here. Kurt Caden with you, Scott Nuss to my right on the public address that you heard announce all the starting lineups. So we are ready to roll here with some broadcasting for you tonight. I applaud all of you fans who continue to watch during the road games because there isn't any audio. But you guys are cheering on the Moos from all over the country, which is nice. Tonight the Moos are back home. A rematch from last night against the Kansas Cannons, a game where the Moos lost last night 16-8. And it was a 10-run fifth inning by the Cannons that really put it away. For the Cannons tonight, they lead off, you heard it earlier, but Cade York leads off. Max Burney batting second, Robert Sherrar third. Zach Davis fourth, Rocco Gump fifth, and Gabe Ramos sixth. Cave Blasey bats seventh, Jared Hanks eighth, and Cannon Brooks will bat ninth. For the Moos tonight, out in the field as you look at them, from left to right in the outfield, it's Abidia in left, Andrew Brown is in center, and the right fielder is Derek Fay. Around the infield, over at third tonight is Joel Townsley. Joey Rocha will be at shortstop. The second baseman is Nate Korahais, and J.J. Cardinals at first. A.J. Romero behind the plate, and pitching tonight is Caden Niecase. So we get ready here for the first pitch of the night. All sorts of papers for us to hold on to. First pitch swinging is Cade York. Hits it right back to Niecase. One pitch, one out. As York grounds back to Niecase. Our first pitch tonight comes at 6:08. And the temperature here in Winfield, 92 degrees, feels like 100. The humidity's at 50%. The dew point's at 71. When dew points are up that high, it's just kind of thick out here for sure. Wind is out of the southeast at 14 miles an hour, and the sun tonight will set at 8:51. So we'll be in sunlight for quite a while. 1-1 now to Max Burney. Max Burney from Bingham, Utah, goes to Colorado Mesa University, the Mavericks. This one's bounced foul. Townsley thought it was fair, but the umpire says foul, and that's what matters. So it's 1-2 to Max Burney. Moos lost their first two games of the season, came back and won Friday and Saturday last week. Lost to Valley Center on Sunday night, and then since then a 2-1 loss to the Kansas Curve on Wednesday, and the 16-8 loss last night to these Cannons. 2-2. This one's high and in. 3-2 to Burney. And as always, great to have all of you watching and listening and commenting here tonight. Feel free to throw in your comments as you're sitting back home watching the game. Caden Niecase out of Southwest Mississippi Community College, and Burney fires this one up the middle for a base hit. A little bit on the hands, he muscled it out into center field for a single. That'll bring up Robert Sherrar.
Left fielder, Robert Sherrar.
Robert Sherrar also goes to Colorado Mesa University. Is that a JUCO or is that a D2? Home, Grand Junction. Runner going. This one flipped foul down the left field line by Sherrar. That's Cody Lozano you see running out there, handing some baseballs to the umpire. So one away for the Cannons. Left-handed swinger, Robert Sherrar. Good lead over at first for Burney. Creeps a little further, and now the pitch. That one missed somewhere, maybe a little in. And it's 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch, that's outside on the fastball. Throw it down to first, and back in safely is Burney. So 2 balls and a strike. Hello to Stacy Miller. I talked to Josh about you, Stacy. He said if she was here, you would really hear her. She is a good fan. And, of course, don't pay attention to some of those junk links that say you can watch the game. Oh, you can check here. Click this link. Nah, don't do it. Couple of looks to Bernie over at first base. 2 balls and a strike here. Right-handed pitcher is knee case. And Sherrar fouls this one off. And it'll be 2-2. Cannons with a kind of a darker gray top, gray pants. How would you not an aqua blue, but it's like a turquoise number, yeah. Strange yet still a good-looking uniform. Aquatic blue. This pitch into the turf. Romero didn't have much chance, and that'll be a stolen base for Bernie. Boy, Romero really does chuck it down there nicely, but just didn't have much chance there. That one in the turf. A little Mark Scott watching out in Coffeyville, Kansas. Did you? Scott and us got on the course today. 2-2. This one's rifled foul, John, the first base line. So we've seen Sherrar in this at-bat. Just missed on the left field line. And now it just missed down the right field side. Yeah, Josh had some funny things to say, Stacy. Let's see, 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Sherrar. Runner at second is Max Bernie. We're in the top half of the first inning. And the pitch from Nikkei. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 away, and that'll bring up Zach Davis. Zach Davis, the starting right fielder for the Kansas Cannons. The Cannons are located in Augusta, Kansas, about a 30-minute trip from Winfield. Longer road trip tomorrow for the Moos. They head to McPherson. And if you're going at a good clip, about an hour and 35 minutes from here, hour and 30, if you're really pushing the speed limit. Nice curveball in there for strike 1. Quickly ahead, 0-1 here to Zach Davis. And a look at second, no one really covering there. Townsley over at third tonight, Rocha at short, Corahise at second, and Cardinal at first. And this one's hit right at the second baseman. Corahise bobbles for a moment, gathers, and throws out Zach Davis to retire the side. So no runs. A one-out single goes by the wayside. And after the top half of the first inning, it's the Kansas Cannons 0, the Midwest Moos coming up. Nice to have you tuned in tonight for Moos Baseball on Facebook. Taking a look at the MWMoos batting lineup tonight, folks. We've got Nate Korheis leading off, Joel Townsley batting second, J.J. Cardinal third, Derek Fay bats fourth, Trevor Abedia fifth, and A.J. Romero bats sixth, Brady Johnson seventh, Andrew Brown batting eighth, and Joey Rocha will bat ninth. And for the Cannons out in the field, for any of our friends who are a Kansas Cannon fan watching tonight, Sherrar is in left, Blasey in center, and Davis in right. Gump is at third base, York at shortstop, Burney plays second base, Ramos at first. The catcher for the Cannons tonight is Jared Hanks, and pitching is Corbin Talley. So the Moos will see if they can get on the board first here tonight. No score, heading to the bottom of the first inning. And it's Nate Korheis from Whitman College leading off. Switch hitter, he'll bat from the right side. Talley, a left-handed pitcher, and the first pitch is in there for strike one. Michael Gunnell watching Moos baseball. In fact, he says he's watching from the baseball press box at Southwest Mississippi Community College. Getting that feel. Ooh, that foul ball got close to the camera. We'd head to Southwest Mississippi for a game, wouldn't we? Korheis staying alive, shoots this one towards the Moos dugout. And Talley right away is just throwing nonstop strikes here. Corbin Talley from Jones, Oklahoma. And the pitch, this one missed everything and ricochets off the backstop right back to the catcher, Hanks. As it is, the Southwestern College being the hometown here in Winfield, a lot of Southwestern players for the Moos. For the Cannons, a lot of kids from Butler County Community College on their team. Korheis stays alive, fouling this one off. And that's the case when we talk about Talley. He's one of several Grizzlies that play on the Butler, or play for Butler County and playing for the Kansas Cannons. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Korheis. And a swing and a miss. So a good start for Talley. And that'll bring up Joel Townsley.
Third baseman, Joel Townsley.
Townsley's been one of the better hitters for the Moos this year. Played for a couple weeks, still early in the season. And the first pitch, always good to see Troy here from the Winfield Recreation Commission. First pitch is missing for a ball. There's just enough breeze where if you don't keep your hands on the papers, they will fly. And now 2-0 to Townsley. J.J. Cardinal waits on deck for the Moos. Again, hello if you're watching and a Kansas Cannon fan, watching the stream here. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Shout out to Bethany Sweeney getting streams going for the road games. Even asked to do work when she's not planning on it. Foul tipped into the glove of Hanks, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes here to Joel Townsley. Always amazed, Scott, how doing these streams, and then all of a sudden you see X Sports coming on saying, you can be watched at the link below. I mean, where do they come from? They're a drone. 2-2. This one's shot into right field towards Davis, and that will stay fair. And Townsley with a big turn, but he'll stay at first. So much like the Cannons did in the top half of the inning, a 1-out hit by the number 2 hitter. This time for the Moos, it's Joel Townsley. So that will bring up J.J. Cardinal.
J.J. Cardinal.
J.J., big right-handed batter for the Moos from Trinidad State Junior College. Left-handed pitcher out there. Still a good lead by Townsley over at first. Tally comes home. This one's lifted foul territory. Giving it a look is Ramos, but he won't catch up to it. It's foul. So no balls and a strike coming up here to J.J. Cardinal. Tally drops in a curveball, 4-2. Derek Fay waits on deck here for the Moos, who are 2-5. Really, last night's loss was one of the more convincing losses. They've been in every game. Time is called from Cardinal. So JJ stands in there, no balls and 2 strikes. And Tally, fastball low, waved and missed by Cardinal, so a couple of strikeouts in the inning for Tally. And with 2 away, that'll bring up Derek Fay. Derek Fay, out of the University of Findlay, a D2. I appreciate your notes on here. The Oilers. So Derek Fay, lefty on lefty here. And a throw over to first, and back in is Townsley. Townsley with a 1-out single to right field. The pitch to Fay is high and away. 1-0 to Derek Fay. Nice gathering of fans here to take in some Saturday night baseball here in Winfield. And the 1-0 drops in there for strike 1. So a ball and a strike to the left-handed swinging Derek Fay. Tally will throw over to first. Tally's got his sign from Hanks, and Townsley moving all over the place over there at first. Fay with a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Looked like maybe a changeup there from Tally. One ball, 2 strikes. Defense plays straight away here against Fay. And this pitch close, but just missed. A lot of off-speed stuff, and then came with a fastball there that just missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch is hit towards first. Ramos has it, races to first, and out does Fay to the bag, and that will end the inning. Nice play by Ramos. So no runs on a hit. We'll head to the second inning. No score between the Moos and the Cannons. Caden Nikes finishes off his warm-up tosses here in the second inning. No score after one. So here's Rocco Gump. Rocco Gump from Chandler, Arizona. Goes to Yavapai Community College. So the heat for Gump, probably not as much of an issue maybe for others. It is a dry heat. 1 ball and no strikes here to Gump. Gump, Ramos, and Blasey. The scheduled 3 for the Cannons here. And 2-0 to Rocco Gump. Hello to Michael and Logan Nuss. They are cheering on the Moos from just up the road a little bit. Sitting probably nice and quietly and cheering on. Nikes just missed on the outer third, and it's 3-0. So quickly behind, 3-0 is Nikes, and he'll pipe one in for strike one. In the driver's seat here is Gump on 3-1 and a little high and away. So a walk for Gump. We'll bring up Gabe Ramos. Gabe goes to Colorado Christian College. He's from Riverside, California.
First baseman, Gabe Ramos.
Leadoff walk for Gump. And Nikes will look him up, and he's back in safely. The Moos are at McPherson tomorrow night, and then Tuesday, a trip to Valley Center. Nikes early on, and we saw this last week, just seems to be not finishing right now, leaving a lot of pitches up. But if you might remember, what was it, last Sunday, started out a little sluggishly, but then really dialed it in for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and into the 7th inning against Valley Center. And this one's in there, sawed off into center field, and Andrew Brown is under it for the catch. So one away, and that'll bring up Cave Blasey. Stacy Miller says it's humid down in Louisiana. Imagine so. Hello to Ralph Rocha watching and listening tonight.
Center fielder, Kale Blasey.
It's not a dry heat in Louisiana. A little different than Arizona. One away. This one's hit up the middle. What a catch by Nikes. He caught it on the line drive. Throws over to first. And it's a double play. Great reaction by Caden Nikes. And it goes L1-3 for the double play. And that will end the top half of the second inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Through 1.5, no score from Winfield. And welcome back here to Moos Baseball on a beautiful Saturday night in Winfield. Nice little backhanded line drive catch there by Caden Nikes.
Leading off for the Moos, left fielder Trevor Abedia.
So Trevor Abedia will lead it off for the Moos. Backhanded grab by Nikes, and then an easy throw over to first to get the runner for a double play. Abedia swinging a miss on the first offering from Talley, and it's 0-1. Corbin Talley, left-handed pitcher from Butler County Community College. This one's shot down the right field line, and that'll be foul from Abedia. Glad my wife was not here at that point. She parks right over where that foul ball went over the fence. So here's an 0-2. This one's hit towards second base. Bernie has it on a hop, tosses over to first to retire Abedia. So one away, and that'll bring up A.J. Romero. A.J. Romero.
The catcher, A.J. Romero.
Out of Whitman College. That's a NCAA D3 school. Right-handed batter is Romero. And first pitch swinging, sends this one through the hole on the left side for a one-out single. So runner down at first, and that'll bring up Brady Johnson. We saw Johnson here last weekend and had a big hit for the Moos, but then kind of tweaked an injury that's, I think, plagued him for a little bit. And nice to see him back, though, and DHing tonight. The Moos carry 4 catchers, which, again, in the heat that we have and will continue to have here is really nice that none of these guys have to catch back-to-back nights or anything like that, a couple nights a week. First pitch was a strike in there to Johnson. And the 0-1 fouled straight back, 0-2. Talley doing a good job just firing in strikes here early in this game. Romero not a big lead over at first. And the 0-2 to Johnson is outside, 1-2. No score here in the bottom of the second inning. Hello to Jackie Nikes watching tonight. Louise Thyssen. And the 1-2, Johnson sends this one out of play. Moos at McPherson tomorrow night. We'll have the stream, but no audio tomorrow night. And the 1-2 pitch, again, fouled out of play. Good battle here by Johnson. Brady goes to school at Southwestern here in Winfield. Romero just a couple of steps off the bag over at first. And Johnson laces this one down the left field line, just foul. Put good wood on that one. So everyone will return. Check out all the scores and standings at the KCLB website. There's a link for that website here on the Moos page. I'm not sure I trust all the stats on there, but it is a good place to see where everyone's playing and what the standings are. Pitch inside. Johnson's worked it to 2-2. The Moos just a half game behind Valley Center right now. The Kansas Curve in first place in our league. The Cannons are second. Romero inching off a little further. A 2-2 pitch, tapped foul. With this at bat, the umpire needs a refill. Foul balls all rolling in here. And now we're ready for the 2-2 pitch. From Tally. And this one stayed outside, and it's 3-2. Sandy McDade, one of the real baseball fans here in Winfield. She comes to many games, probably a little warm here tonight, so she is watching and listening at home. Hello, Sandy. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Brady Johnson. And the pitch is outside. What an at-bat by Johnson. Fouled off a number of pitches. He fell behind 0-2. 10 pitches, and he gets the walk. And that'll bring up the birthday boy. Andrew Brown celebrating a birthday today.
Center fielder, Andrew Brown.
And he's got some fans watching and listening from Minnesota tonight. So 2 on and 1 out for the Moos here in the second. Right-handed batter is Brown, and the pitch a little bit inside, 1-0. Andrew Brown goes to Providence Christian College. The Sea Beggars? That's a great name. The Sea Beggars, an NAIA school. 2-0. Scott and us on the research. I'm sure this is research you love doing, too, getting these nicknames. The Providence Christian College Sea Beggars. 2-0. And the pitch just caught the corner. 2-1. Really a good 2-0 pitch there by Tally. Romero at second. Johnson's at first. 2 balls and 1 strike to Brown. And that one stayed. Oh, that one caught a little floating corner there, and it's 2-2. Yeah. Boy, when you see the catcher kind of stab out to the left-hand batter's box there, kind of thought that might be 3-1. Instead, 2-2. Good pitcher's pitch. And swings and misses does Brown here. And that will be the 3rd strikeout of the night for Tally. And with 2 away, Joey Rocha will come to the dish.
The shortstop, Joey Rocha.
Laura Coyne is watching tonight from Sparks, Nevada. She informed me that's near Reno, northern Nevada. Nice to have Laura watching tonight. Runners at first and second, 2 away, and the first pitch missed low to Rocha. Joey Rocha from the College of the Canyons, the Cougars. Okay. Here's a 1-0 to Rocha. Swing and a miss. Took something off there on that pitch to Tally, and it's 1-1. Nate Korheis, the leadoff batter, waits on deck for the Moos. Right-handed batter is Rocha. The 1-1 stayed outside, 2-1. One out single by Romero and 1 out walk to Brady Johnson. Big strikeout of Brown for the 2nd out of the inning. Rocha with a 2-1 count. The pitch, and it's in there for a strike, 2-2. Talley certainly realizing that that outside corner is being called, and he is going there. 2-2. And Rocha fouls this one off. Moos in the white unis tonight, the big bovine on the front of the uniform. Gold numerals, black trim. Two-way for the Moos here in the bottom of the second inning, a 2-2 pitch. And called strike 3 on the outer third. So 4 strikeouts for Talley. And we're through 2 complete. No score from Winfield between the Moos and the Cannons. And welcome back, folks. Great to have you tuned in here on the Facebook page for Moos Baseball. We head to the top of the third inning. 8-9-1 for the Cannons. That's Jared Hanks, Cannon. Is it Banks or Brooks? Brooks, Cannon Brooks, and then Cade York. Caden Nikes enters his third inning of work and a little bit low for ball 1. Nikes walked Gump to lead off the second inning, but then got a flyout from Ramos and then a nifty line drive catch and toss over to first for a double play. A swing and a miss by Hanks here, and it's 1-1. No score. Top of the third inning. The wind and the pitch, and fouled off. So a ball and 2 strikes here to Hanks. Jared Hanks from Grand Junction, Colorado, home of the Junior College World Series. The 1-2. A little bit up, 2-2. Pedro Gonzalez wishing happy birthday wishes to Andrew Brown, the starting center fielder tonight for the Moos. 2-2 pitch hit towards the hole, and Townsley's got it on a couple of hops over to first. And boy, Caden Nikes racing almost. I don't think he was in the way, but from this angle, it looked like he was running right towards first, getting there for a backup. But the putout is made 5-3, and that'll bring up Cannon Banks. Cannon Brooks. My pen went a little goofy when I wrote Brooks in here, so it's kind of scribbly. Brooks, left-handed swinger. He's a designated hitter tonight for the Cannons. And fastball misses away, 1-0. Cannon Brooks goes to Angelo State University. He's from San Angelo, Texas. Nikes misses 2-0. Still, all these years doing these summer baseball games, I just am amazed at how far some kids come to play summer baseball here in our great state of Kansas. 2 balls and no strikes. Vanna swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Brooks. Phil Stevenson is the manager for the Cannons. 2-1 coming from Nikes. And that one's in there for strike 2. If you're not from around here, the Stevenson name is quite famous if you're familiar with Wichita State baseball. Gene Stevenson is the brother of Phil. Gene was a long time. Here's a swing and a miss, strike 3 of Brooks, and that'll bring up Cade York. Gene Stevenson, longtime manager at Wichita State. Several College World Series appearances. I'm sure he's in their Athletic Hall of Fame by now. I think he's in the Kansas Athletic Hall of Fame. Phil Stevenson, during the spring, is the manager at Dodge City Community College. One ball, no strike to York. York, first pitch swinging in his first at-bat, grounded right back to Nikes for the first out of the game, and he looks at strike 1 here. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nikes works out of the stretch, and the 1-1 is hit towards shortstop. Roach has got it. A couple of pats in the glove. Strong throw to first will retire the side, and Caden Nikes getting it going again as he did last week. 3 up and 3 down in the third. We'll go to the bottom half. No score between the Moos and the Cannons. Time for the bottom of the third inning here from the Broadway Sports Complex here in Winfield. Top of the order, Nate Koraheis will lead it off. Koraheis, Townsley, and Cardinal. Their second look on the night at Corbin Talley. Both starters been really good here to start this game. First pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls and a strike here to Koraheis. And tapped foul. Koraheis wears number 1 for the Moos. He's down 0-2 here to lead off the home half of the third inning. And a swing and a miss. Challenge fastball won by Talley. So Korahais with a couple of strikeouts here on the night. That is 5 strikeouts for Tally.
Third baseman, Joel.
So Joel Townsley will step up. Townsley got the first hit of the night for the Moos, a base hit to right field. Joel Townsley, Pratt Community College. And first pitch swinging, lifts this one high and out of play. Next Sunday night here at the ballpark should be a lot of fun. The Winfield Recreation Commission is sponsoring. This is the sponsor of the night. There's strike 2 to Townsley. Free hot dogs. The first 300 folks, or if one person can come in and eat 300 hot dogs, it'll just be one. But 300 free hot dogs will be up for grabs next Sunday night. 0-2 pitch. Missing 1 and 2. Anyone 55 and over gets in free. Any Winfield Youth Baseball player wearing their Winfield Youth Baseball shirt gets in free. Of course, the charge is a mere $2 anyway, but free is free. And Townsley with a 1-2 pitch sends it into left field for a base hit. Townsley's 2 for 2 tonight. And that'll bring up the first baseman, J.J. Cardinal.
First baseman, J.J. Cardinal.
So free hot dog night next Sunday here. It should be a fun weekend next weekend. Home games Friday, Saturday, and Sunday next weekend. Townsley gets a good lead as he did back in the first inning, and Cardinal steps out. The only downside for me scouting us next weekend is I was hoping to maybe go see over at Southwestern SpongeBob the Musical, but won't be doing that. I'll take baseball over SpongeBob. First pitch to Cardinal, spiked into the turf. Really no chance there for Hanks, and Townsley will take second base. It'd be kind of fun to have the cast and crew of SpongeBob the Musical here. Eating hot dogs. A ball and no strikes to Cardinal, a strikeout victim back in the first inning. Now Townsley down at second. And the pitch is in there for strike 1. Jackie Nike says she'll be here not only to watch baseball, but get some free hot dogs next Sunday night. Good, good, good. The 1-1 shot out into right field, and that will drop. It'll get to the fence. J.J. Cardinal on his way to second, and Joel Townsley will come in and score a one-out double by J.J. Cardinal. That one just kept slicing away from Davis out in right field. So that'll bring up Derek Fay.
Right fielder, Derek Fay.
As the Moos take a 1-0 lead. Moos have had traffic each of the first 3 innings. They finally plate one here with J.J. Cardinal's one-out double. He stands down at second for Derek Fay. Good lead at second for Cardinal, and the pitch is in there for strike 1. Tally. Long look over at second, and now the pitch, and that one just missed on the inside. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Derek Fay. Arista Groom watching. Our man Sheldon Howell watching tonight. Fay squares. This pitch well outside, 2-1. Might remember last Sunday night when the Moos were down 4. We saw Derek Fay lay down a beautiful bunt and get a bunt single to start a 2-run rally, but the Moos came up short 8-6. Two and one here to Fay. And he hits one into right field. That's a base hit. Cardinal rounding third. Sweeney will hold him up there. Strong throw home by Davis. And a one-out single from Derek Fay. Cardinal had to hold up just a moment to see if Ramos was going to come up with a catch there. So after the strikeout of Correheis, 3 straight hits by the Moos.
Left fielder, Trevor Abidia.
A one-out single by Townsley. Took second on a wild pitch. Cardinal doubled him in, and now Fay with a single. Runners at the corner for Trevor Abidia. Trevor goes to Southwestern College here in Winfield. Opportunity here for the Moos. Runners at first and third. And the pitch from Talley drops in there for strike one. Arista Groom watching tonight, Scott, from the Lake of the Ozarks. Must be rough. I'm sure a beverage in hand. Maybe Cameron's got the beverage in hand. Abidia waves and misses 0-2. I mean, I didn't really say what beverage.
I would hope they have some sort of beverage today.
But always fun going to the Ozarks. Melissa Brown watching from Central California. The 0-2 misses, 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes here to Abidia. Long look by Talley, and now the pitch, and rings him up on the outer third. Nice fastball there from Talley. So Talley now with 6 strikeouts. And the Moos will look for a 2-out hit here from A.J. Romero.
The catcher, A.J. Romero.
Generally, it seems like from Talley, at least watching up here, a lot of off speed, but then when he comes at you with that fastball, it's on you quick. 1 in for the Moos here in the third. And the first pitch to Romero dips a little bit low, 1-0. Appreciate all the good folks with their comments as you cheer on the Moos from wherever you might be. And a throw over to first. Said it last week, Scott, with all the issues in our world, it's nice just to have a Saturday night of baseball. No worries here. Just play some ball here, seeing these college kids really putting it all out there, both sides. A ball and no strikes here to Romero, and the pitch just missed, 2-0. So AJ, who singled in the second inning, is ahead here, 2 balls and no strikes. Talley's got his sign. Inching off of first is Fay, and the pitch called strike one. I think it's fair to say early in this game, especially I think for Talley more so than Nikes, been a lot of pitchers' pitches called. Two balls and a strike. And a good swing and a miss here for Romero, 2-2. Good cut. Now we'll look to protect. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 away here in the third. Runners at first and third for the Midwest Moos. And the pitch is shot into right field. A 2-out single by Romero. Fay moves down to second base. Boy, I love those 2-out hits. That will plate Cardinal. And the Moos take a 2-0 lead. Brady Johnson will walk to the dish for the Moos. He walked his first time.
Brady Johnson.
Brady's at first at bat tonight fell down 0-2 very quickly. Fouled off a number of pitches. In fact, saw 10 pitches in his first at bat. Eventually induced a walk. Fay at second. Romero over at first. And foul ball on the first delivery here from Talley to this hitter. Brady Johnson, the DH tonight for the Moos. And an 0-1 pitch coming. And that one's piped in there. Good fastball, 0-2. Brady's been here before. Fay should be off on any contact. Down at second base. And the 0-2 shot towards first, but foul. Two to 0 Moos. 2 runs coming home here. 4 hits in the inning for the Midwest Moos. 3 singles and a double. Long look in by Talley. And the 0-2 pitch is outside, 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch, and Johnson just reaches out and slaps it foul. Arista says plenty of sun, beverage, and time on the water. That's what you're supposed to do at the Ozarks, right? One and two to Brady Johnson. And now 2-2. Boy, Brady has seen a lot of pitches here tonight. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2-0 Moos. Brady Johnson, the 7th batter of the inning for the Moos. And the pitch into the turf. The runners will advance. Hanks did a good job blocking it. A throw over to first. The Cannons thought maybe Johnson had offered at that pitch. Base umpire says no, he didn't. And that'll make it 3-2. So Brady Johnson, for the second straight at bat, falls down 0-2, fouls off a number of pitches, and now has worked it to 3-2. Last inning, he eventually walked. Now runners at second and third. And ball 4 to Johnson. Wow, boy, 2 really terrific at bats by him. And the birthday boy has a opportunity here. It's Andrew Brown. Bases loaded and 2 away here in the third. Meeting between the catcher and the pitcher here. These teams played last night, a 16-8 win by the Cannons, thanks to a 10-run 5th inning. And now so the catcher went out, had a long talk with Talley, came back to the dish. Scott Nuss announced Andrew Brown, and now Phil Stevenson will take the slow walk out to the mound, just giving Talley some time. He's thrown a lot of pitches this inning. I don't know if you have that, but he's got to be around 30 pitches this inning. Scott doing some quick math here. 31 pitches on a hot Saturday night here in Winfield. It's been such a long inning. I see Caden Nikkei step outside of the dugout here to our right, and he's going to get a few throws in just to stay loose. He's been on the bench. This has been a long inning. Started out harmlessly for the Cannons. Corahai struck out. Single by Townsley, wild pitch to second, double by Cardinal, single by Fay. Abedia struck out looking, then a single by Romero. A wild pitch sent the runners to second and third, and then Brady Johnson down in an 0-2 hole worked a walk. So they're loaded for Brown. And the first pitch to Brown after a couple of long talks to Talley, misses inside. He has a little bit of a grin, thought he had a strike there. Instead, it's 1-0. Talley from the wind and the pitch, and this one a little bit high, thought by the umpire, and he calls it a strike. Brown's been the victim tonight of a couple of calls that have not gone his way at the plate. Here's a 1-1, and a high strike. Swinging there is Brown, 1-2. Talley working with a little more rhythm now, going from the windup. And the 1-2 and a swing and a miss. So Talley comes back and strikes out Brown for the second time tonight. And the Moos leave the bases loaded. They do score 2 times. They do it on 4 hits. We'll head to the 4th inning. 2-0 Moos here on Facebook. So we enter the 4th inning, a 2-0 Moos lead. looking to snap a 3-game losing streak. Caden Niecase will deal with Max Burney, Robert Sherrar, and Zach Davis, 2, 3, 4 in the Cannons lineup. Burney has the only hit of the night for the Cannons through 3 innings. It was a 1-out single in the first inning. And fouls off the first offering from Caden Niecase. It's 0-1. Caden, along with Josh Miller from Southwest Mississippi Community College. And it's 0-2. The Southwest Mississippi Community College Bears. 0-2, and fighting it off and grounding it foul is Burney. Cameron Groom thinking of us as he's standing over the grill. It is kind. And he does have one of those cold beverages we spoke of. Outer third, nice job by Burney to cover the plate, sends this one towards the Moos dugout. Talley in that third inning did eventually strike out the side, but he gave up 4 hits in between those strikeouts and a couple of runs. The 0-2. Nice spot there by Niecase. A little up and over the plate. 1-2. We last saw Caden here last Sunday against Valley Center. And right back up the middle. This will get into center field for a base hit. Max Burney is 2 for 2. And that'll bring up Robert Sherrar. Sherrar, the starting left fielder for the Kansas Cannons here tonight, struck out swinging his first time. He's 0 for 1. And a throw over to first. Burney induced a lot of throws over back in the first inning. And the pitch. Sherrar had a thought of going after that one, lays it off, and it's 1-0. Robert Sherrar from Colorado Mesa University. And gets out of the way of this one, 2-0. Fans enjoying some of the concessions here. Folks in the little roped-off beer garden we have here at the field for Moos games. Good venue. Again, those of you that haven't been here yet that are planning a trip, there's bleachers that you can sit in right in front of us. And then to our right and left, the Moos, of course, are on the first base side. Big old concrete slabs. This one's hit towards second base and will get through Cora Heiss. It looked like Nate was trying to adjust his body to get it and spin throw over to second. Look over at the official scorer here. Had to range there. Wasn't hit right at him. We'll give Sherrar a hit there. Zach Davis will now step up. Don't you feel like Cora Heiss was trying to position himself to glove that and fire over to second? So, some traffic here for the Cannons. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. The number 4 hitter is Zach Davis. He grounded out to second his first time. He'll look at a fastball in for strike 1. No balls and a strike. That's one outside, 1-1. Talking with Brendan Sweeney as we do before home games. We do that at about 15 minutes before first pitch, in case you want to know. But I know Brendan talking to his guys, having in their mind what to do when the ball's hit to me in every situation. Certainly a lot of options. Anything hit to the infielders here, and Nikes gets squeezed a little bit here. He takes a long look in, thought that was a strike. Instead, it's 2-1. I think the umpire said a little bit up. That was pretty close. I think Andrew Brown probably saying that was a strike on me. 2 balls and a strike here to Zach Davis. And the pitch from Nikes lifted out into right field. Fay going back, still going back, and dropped it. And the throw to second, not in time. And that will be an error, I would think. So a couple of plays that probably should have been made if you're a Moos fan. Ground ball on the infield and a fly ball out to right, but neither is made. Now runners are at first and second and at third. They are all loaded for Rocco Gump. Gump walked his first time. How the Moos defend this. Looks like the infield's going to play at normal depth here. The Moos leading 2-0. And Nikes high and away. Maybe tried to overthrow that one. It's 1-0. Brendan Sweeney talking to his pitchers, trying to let them just... It's hard to do as a competitor, but when bad things happen, just got to put it in the rear view and move forward. 1-0, that's high, 2-0. Leadoff single by Bernie. Sherrar with an infield hit, and then the error out in right field on Derek Fay. I'm sure for Nikes, so he's thinking we probably should have had 2 outs there. Rocco Gump from Yavapai Community College. And he's ahead here, 2-0. And this pitch low, 3-0. Gabe Ramos, the first baseman, waits on deck for the Cannons. And that one in there for a strike. Thinking back to that fly ball to Fay, he kept going back and back. It looked like he may have gone just a step too far back, tried to catch that down right around his knee, and it hit off the glove. Big pitch here for the Moos, 3-1. This one's tapped towards first. Cardinal bobbles it. There's not going to be a play anywhere. Kind of a tough play. By the time Cardinal gathers it, he's really where the second baseman would be. It is now 2-1. And Brendan Sweeney will talk here. Scott and us thinking... Probably give him an infield hit. If you're a really hard scorekeeper, you could say for Caden Nikes, there's been 3 straight errors. You are not that guy. So the bases remain loaded. Still nobody out. And here's Ramos, who flew out to center field his first time. And this one's hit towards Cardinal at first. He'll go to second for 1, back to first, and a double play. I don't know if the runner at going to second, if Gump slid, and I think the umpire was calling the runner out at first no matter what. The tying run does come across for the Cannons and Sherrar, but that turns into a 3-6-3 double play. So now with 2 away, it's Cave Blasey. It's the second double play of the night by the Moos.
At the plate for the Cannon, center fielder, Cale Blasey.
Cale Blasey. I think I said Cave. I don't know why. He's out of Wichita. Plays at Dodge City. And Blasey fouls this one off. 1 ball and 1 strike. We're tied at 2 here in the top of the 4th inning. The go-ahead run for the Cannons down at 3rd, but now there's 2 away. And the 1-1 tapped foul. So knee case. Tough inning for him. Defense hasn't been stellar for him, but he could get out of here still in a 2-2 game. One-two pitch. Outside, 2-2 to Blasey. Jared Hanks waits on deck for the Cannons as the shadows start reaching home plate here in the Broadway Sports Complex. And the 2-2 swung, hit towards Korahais at second. He charges, now flips over to first, and that will retire the side. 2 runs on 3 hits. There was an error, 1 left. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. We're tied at 2. Welcome back, everyone. Bottom of the 4th inning. Joey Rocha will lead it off for the Moos. Rocha, Korahais, and Townsley. 9-1-2 in the order, and in the field it's 6-4-5. 3 infielders here for the Moos to go to the bottom of the 4th. Rocha offers, and it's called for strike 1. We were really cruising right along, then a long bottom of the 3rd inning, followed by a long top of the 4th inning. The 0-1 pitch to Rocha. Nice job of framing there by Hanks, and it's 0-2. So Rocha in an 0-2 hole, and a swing and a miss. Strikeouts have been an issue for the Moos, and here tonight they really have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. That's 8 strikeouts by tally through 3 1/3 inning. So 1 away for the Moos, and here's Nate Korahais, who has struck out twice. He's 0 for 2, and he looks at strike 1. No balls and a strike to Korahais. Tally delivers, and it's fouled out of play, 0-2. When there isn't men on base, Tally really works quickly and is all over the zone. It's when guys get on that he starts slowing up a little bit and loses his rhythm. Here's the 0-2. And a swing and a miss for the third time. Korahais down on strikes. And for Tally, the last 7 outs recorded by Tally have been strikeouts. Struck out Brown and Rocha to end the second. Struck out Korahais, Abidia, and Brown in the third inning. And now Rocha and Korahais down on strikes. First pitch a ball. Now Joel Townsley has not had any trouble. He's 2 for 2 tonight with a run scored. And lifts this one foul. It will get out of play. So a ball and a strike here to Joel Townsley. And this one fastball high, 2-1. Tally winds and deals, and again, a little generous on the outside. And again, credit Hanks because he catches it and brings it right back in if it is off, which it looks a little bit here, but the umpire's doing a good job. 2-2. Consistent for sure. 2-2 pitch. Townsley lifts this one into shallow right field. The second baseman, Bernie, calls everyone off. He'll make the catch. They retire Townsley for the first time tonight. And for Tally, it's his first 1-2-3 inning. We head to the fifth, tied at 2. So we go to the top of the fifth inning here from Winfield. 8, 9, and 1, which was the same lineup Nikkei saw in the third, and he retired the Cannons 1-2-3 in that inning. First pitch swinging is Hanks and missing 0-1. He grounded out to Townsley over at third his first time. Oh, 1 pitch here for Caden Nikkei. High, 1-1. Scott, we saw last Sunday night the Moos had a hit in each of the 9 innings. And this one fouled off. They had a hit in each of the first 3 innings here tonight. That bottom of the fourth was the first time we've seen them go 1-2-3 in a game and almost a half. Yeah, I'd have to. I didn't look at the Saturday night one. Fastball, up and away, 2-2. Here to Jared Hanks. A lot of Colorado Mesa University Mavericks on this Kansas Cannons team. Talk about all these kids coming from all over the place. What a great opportunity just to see different players who play at different levels. Lots of D2, D3, a couple of D1 players, a lot of NAIA. 3-2 pitch coming here to Hanks, and this one hit him. Grazed him, but hit him nonetheless. And so Hanks is aboard.
Designated hitter, Cannon Brooks.
So Cannon Brooks, the DH, will stand in. He struck out his first time. What are the odds that someone named Cannon would play for the Cannons? 1 ball and no strikes. Brooks squared around there and pulled it back. 2-2 here in the top of the 5th inning. And I throw over to first. We have we've entered that heat dome here in South Central Kansas, as we normally do, where high pressure just sits over. This one tapped foul by Brooks. I keep looking at the 10-day forecast. I don't see anything but sun, 90s, and sun. Good for the Kansas wheat harvest. A ball and 2 strikes here to Brooks, or is it 1-1? 1-2. Off of first is Hanks. And squaring. Pulling it back is Brooks. I'm going to guess there's only 1 strike. I don't think he'd be squaring with 2. Dash Groover says, let's go Moos. Absolutely. Moos looking to snap a 3-game losing streak. Good team here in the Kansas Cannons to do it against. 2-2 as our score. And a 2-1 count on Cannon Brooks. And the pitch is in there for strike 2. Been an interesting at bat. A couple of square rounds by Brooks. That time just watch that fastball down the middle for a 2-2 count now. And a balk is called on Nikes. Nikes looks perplexed. Brendan Sweeney now wants an explanation. Scott Nuss, who does umpiring here, says he didn't come set there. And now both the umpire and the coach, manager, Brendan Sweeney, trying to imitate what Nikes did there. But as is the case, you're not going to change the call. So a balk sends Hanks down to second. And the 2-2 and a swing and a miss. So a strikeout of Brooks will turn the order to the top here to Cade York. York is grounded out to the pitcher and to short. He's 0 for 2.
Cade York.
That's one of those we have it. The game, of course, will be archived. It'll be interesting to look back at that and see what the umpire saw from Caden Nikes on that balk. He starts York off with a strike. Oh and 1, and another one right on the outside for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes to Cade York. Romero setting up on the outside. This pitch comes back a little more in. A high chopper. This will be a tough play for Townsley. Throws over to first. Not in time to get Cardinal, or to get York. Cardinal, nice job scooping that one. Didn't come up with it, but he kept it in front of him. Didn't matter anyway. So another infield hit here for the Cannons. Hanks moves over to third on that play. And now runners at the corners with one out for Max Burney, who's 2 for 2.
Second baseman, Max Burney.
Burney, a Colorado Mesa University player. Singled in the first and then led off the fourth inning with a single and eventually scored. Runner going. Romero will throw it down to third, right where he had to put it to Townsley, but sliding in safely was Hanks. So a stolen base for York down to second. Perfect throw by Romero. And Burney fouls this one off. 1 ball and 1 strike to Burney. Runners at second and third for the Cannons. Nikes with the pitch, hit towards short. Rocha, it got through Rocha, and that will score 2. And Caden Nikes has not gotten a lot of help. So that'll be an error on Rocha. 2 runs come across. And the Cannons now lead 4-2.
Left fielder, Robert Sherrar.
So this Moos team, which, last weekend played pretty good defense, struggled last night in the field and having another struggle here overall tonight. And first pitch swinging as Sherrar fouls it out of play, 0-1. I feel like you can see the frustration a little bit on Nikes too. No balls and a strike here to Sherrar and a throw over to first. And Sherrar foul tips this one. And it's 0-2. 1 away here for the Cannons. A hit by pitch, strikeout, single, and then an error. 2 runs have scored. Burney inches off of first. He's going. Pitches high and away. The throw down to second. Gets into center field. So that will be a stolen base and an error. I'm not sure where you give that error, but probably on the catcher, yep. So Burney goes first to third. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Sherrar. Nikes has 3 strikeouts on the night. Could use one here. Sherrar fouls it down the right field line. Infield will come in now for the Moos. 4-2 Cannons. And a swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Nikes. So he has struck out 2 here in the inning. And Zach Davis will come up. Davis 0 for 2 tonight. Ground out to second, and he reached on the error by Derek Fay out in right field. 3 errors already on the Moos here tonight.
Right fielder, Zach Davis.
So the Cannons look for a big 2-out hit here, leading 4-2. First pitch misses, 1-0. And now 2-0. Great game of baseball. So hard. You just got to stay mentally strong the entire time. Things have slowed down a little bit the last couple innings. It's hot. Does test your mental toughness, that's for sure. Here's a 2-0 pitch, and that one's in the turf. Good stop by Romero, 3-0. Rocco Gump waiting on deck for the Cannons. A 3-0 pitch is in there for strike one. Three balls and a strike to Zach Davis. And that one's in there for strike two. One of those pitcher's pitches right there. So it runs full here on Davis. And the pitch from Nikes, and a swing and a miss. Great comeback from Caden there. It was 3-0 to Davis, and he comes back and strikes him out. And for Nikes, he strikes out the side. But a hit by pitch, a single, and an error. 2-run score for the Cannons. We're halfway through. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 4-2, Cannons. So J.J. Cardinal will lead it off here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And for the first time this game, Corbin Talley goes to the mound with the lead. It's 4-2 Cannons. The Moos scored 2 in the bottom of the third. The Cannons with 2 in the top of the fourth and 2 more in the fifth. J.J. Cardinal, Derek Fay, Trevor Abedia. And Cardinal fouls this one off. He's down 0-2. It was J.J. with a double that scored Joel Townsley in the third inning. Talley, I should say, ready to work quickly there. Cardinal making him wait a minute, and now this pitch misses, 1-2. Corbin Talley goes to Butler County Community College. He's from Jones, Oklahoma. Cardinals set 1-2. And this one's hit to center field, and that's going to drop in front of Blasey for a single for J.J. Cardinal. So after a 1-2-3 fourth inning, Cardinal immediately sends one into center field for a base hit, and that'll bring up Derek Fay.
Right fielder, Derek Fay.
Fay is 1 for 2 tonight, a ground out to first and a single. Lefty on lefty here, and the pitch, good swing by Fay, but he swung through it. It's 0-1. 0-1 pitch coming here to Fay. And this one's inside. Almost nicked him. 1-1. Top 4 batters for the Moos have 5 hits tonight. Swing and a miss there by Fay. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And this one's going to go against Fay. Enter third for strike 3. And that'll bring up Trevor Abedia. Trevor with the Dire Straits walk-up music.
Abedia.
Like seeing the comments from Cheryl Ann Nettles Bennett, Jackie Bennett, knee case. And this pitch outside to Abedia. 1-0. Ten strikeouts already for Talley, the pitcher for the Cannons. And this pitch low, 2-0. When the Moos have made contact, they have 7 hits tonight. Two balls and no strikes to Trevor Abedia. J.J. Cardinal down at first. And Abedia fouls this one straight back. A.J. Romero, who's 2 for 2, waits on deck for the Moos. And a 2-1 pitch coming to Abedia. Outside, 3-1. Talley has only walked 2 batters tonight. It's the same batter. Brady Johnson has walked twice. 2 walks, 10 strikeouts for Talley. This one's hit towards the hole, and it gets through into left field. A base hit for Trevor Abedia. Great effort down at third by Gump, but he just couldn't come up with it. So runners at first and second, and that'll bring up A.J. Romero, who, as I mentioned, is 2 for 2 tonight. And a mound visit here from manager Phil Stevenson. Talley has thrown a lot of pitches, and it looks like he will be lifted. So we'll give you the numbers on Talley and the name of the new pitcher in a moment. Moos with a couple runners on and 1 out, down 4-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So the new pitcher for the Kansas Cannons is Danny Helmer, a right-hander from Andover, Kansas, goes to Oklahoma Wesleyan University. So a little KCAC flair here with Oklahoma Wesleyan on the hill. Danny Helmer. First batter he'll see is A.J. Romero. And Helmer right now from the windup, but no, he'll go to the stretch. There it is. I see what he was doing. And the first pitch to Romero, high and away, 1-0 for Corbin Talley. He goes 4 1/3 innings. Gave up 8 hits. So far, 2 runs. The runners on base are his responsibility. 2 walks and 10 strikeouts. Here's the 1-0 from Helmer. Hit towards the hole. Scooped over by Gump. Goes to second for 1. Over to first. Double play. 5-4-3. Gump to Bernie to Ramos. Nicely turned by the Cannons. And so the Moos are denied here in the 5th. We'll go to the 6th inning. 4-2 Cannons.
Video for the Cannons, third baseman, Rocco Gump.
So Rocco Gump, who started the 5-4-3 double play for the Cannons to end the 5th inning, will lead off here in the 6th. Gump 1 for 1 with a walk. Caden Nikes remains in the game for the Moos. First pitch swinging, sent out into deep center field. Brown going back, still going back, and this one will go up against the wall. Brown quickly gets it in. It'll be a leadoff double for Rocco Gump. That was probably the best squared-up ball we've seen here tonight. So a 4-2 Cannon lead. They get a leadoff double to start the 6th, and that'll bring up Gabe Ramos.
First baseman, Gabe Ramos.
And a fastball in there for strike 1. Activity in the Moos bullpen. I saw Brendan Sweeney lingering over there, making sure whoever's throwing will be ready. It's a lefty warming up. 1-1 here to Ramos. Ramos 0 for 2, flew out to center field, then grounded into a 3-6-3 double play, which was a big play in that 4th inning as the Cannons had him loaded with nobody out. Eventually, he did score 2 times, but limited the damage with that double play. 2-1 here to Ramos. Ramos from Colorado Christian College. The 2-1 high, 3-1. Cale Blasey waiting on deck for the Cannons. And the pitch is in there. Strike two. 3-2. Saturday night, Kansas Collegiate League Baseball here in Winfield. Beautiful night. Warm, but nothing you wouldn't expect here in Winfield. And this pitch got away from Nikes, leaves it way outside for a walk. And Brendan Sweeney is making the slow walk out to the hill. A double and a walk for the Cannons to lead off the sixth inning. Kind of a tough night for Caden. Mentioned Gump really squared one up, but for the most part, induced a lot of playable balls and just didn't get a lot of love. His defense has had 3 errors tonight. So Nikes will exit, and we'll give you the new name of the new pitcher here in just a moment. 4-2 Cannons here on Facebook. So the new pitcher for the Moos will be Mickey Coyne. Caden Nikes goes 5+ here tonight. Gave up 5 hits. He walked 2. He struck out 5, including striking out the side in the 5th inning. And he hit 1 batter. 4 runs given up to this point. 2 runners on base belong to him. And Blasey will be the first batter that Coyne will deal with here. Gump led off the inning with a double. Ramos walked. That ended the night for Nikes. And now Blasey up there. He's 0 for 2. He hit into a double play. Nifty play by Nikes where he caught the line drive and threw over to first. Bunting is Blasey, and he fouls it off. Almost looked like he was bunting for a hit there. First time this season I've seen Mickey pitch for the Moos. And the 0-1 again squaring is Blasey. He lays it down. Romero, tough play. Now fires to first. Cardinal caught it. That ball led Cardinals' glove right into the path of Blasey, who didn't do anything wrong there. There was just certainly a little bit of a collision at first. Cardinal trying to make sure everything's okay there. He might have gotten one in the chin. And I think he says he's all right, just walking it off a little bit. So Blasey with a sack bunt. The putout goes 2-3.
The catcher, Jared Hanks.
Runners move up to second and third, and a big batter in our game here is Jared Hanks. 4-2 Cannons, runners at second and third. Infield comes in for the Moos. And the pitch in the turf. Nice block by Romero, who's been rock solid behind the dish. No balls and a strike here. And this one tapped foul. It's either 0-2 or 1-1. I'm sorry, Scott. I'm not. Jared Hanks is 0 for 1 tonight. A ground out to third, and then on a 3-2 pitch was grazed by a pitch by Nikes to lead off the fifth inning. I think it might actually be 2-1. Four to 2 Cannons here in the top of the sixth inning. And the pitch from Coyne. That one gets off the glove of Romero. The runners will move up, and coming in to score is Gump. Down to third is Ramos. So now 5-2. Mickey Coyne with the pitch. This one's fouled out of play. And now, I don't know if we're Phil Stevenson checking with the umpire. And that will induce a meeting between the umpires. Which will lead the umpires now towards the Moos dugout.
What count do you have, Charles?
I got.
That's what I have.
There's definitely 2 strikes. But you have to love that the umpire comes to us to get the for sure count, which is something I would imagine you have in your clicker, right? I mean, now outside 3-2. That's one of those we can look back on Facebook and say, yeah, we were right on, or whoops, we we missed. Full count here to Hanks, the pitch. In there for strike 3. Going to have to throw down to first since the ball came out of the glove of Romero, so the out is recorded. It's a strikeout. And that's a big strikeout by Mickey Coyne. 5-2 Cannons, now 2 away. And we're going to get a new hitter here. This is Brooks' spot. But I don't see the number 3. Tyzik Noland. So Brooks, who struck out twice, will now be lifted. New DH will be Noland. And a swing and a miss for strike one. Tysaac. Tyzik Noland, and it's 1-1. He's out of Wichita. He plays baseball at Neosho County Community College, home of the Panthers. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Noland, and a swing and a miss. One of those hitters who has a pretty big follow-through, kind of one hand all the way back. Romero's got to be careful he didn't get knocked on the head. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Noland. And this pitch low, 2-2. 1 run scored on a pass ball, I guess. Wild pitch. Coyne came in with 2 on and nobody out. And this pitch hit toward third. Townsley, bad hop, hits him in the chest, and a run will score. And boy, how many times have we seen, Scott, here at home, errors that have let runs in? And that's not an error. That's probably a bad hop. Single. Probably call it a hit. That's one of those where we'll give Noland a hit. Bad hop into the chest of Townsley, and so Ramos does score, so you can close the book on Nikes. And really for the second straight start for Caden, he's been kind of tough luck. He's pitched well enough to win. But now 6-2 here. And this one hit towards Townsley. He stops it and will throw over to first, and they'll retire Cade York. Nice job by Cardinal to keep a foot on the base. 2-run score on 2 hits for the Cannons. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 6-2 Cannons. So the Midwest Moos come to the plate here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Kansas Cannons now lead this game 6-2. Brady Johnson will lead off against Danny Helmer. Helmer came in with 2 on and 1 out in the 5th inning and induced a 5-4-3 double play. He is the pitcher of record right now for the Cannons. And gets a curveball strike here against Brady Johnson. Brady, 2 really good at-bats. Both at-bats fell down 0-2, and both at-bats fought his way to walks. So he is 0 for 0. And gets under this one, lifts it up in the infield. Gump moving forward now, and in fair territory, stumbles his way to a catch. He got right around with the dirt and the cutout there where there's a little bit of a lip, and fortunately for Gump, he was able to keep his feet and retire Johnson. That'll bring up Andrew Brown, celebrating a birthday here tonight. See if he can get things turned around. He has struck out twice tonight. And the first pitch from Helmer starts at Brown, and it just grazed his jersey. So the best way to be hit by a pitch, a jersey graze. And that'll bring up Joey Rocha as Brown goes down to first base.
The shortstop, Joey Rocha.
Like Brown, Rocha has struck out twice tonight. He's 0 for 2. Right-hander now on the mound, so a little better lead at first base, and Helmer starts Rocha off with a curveball strike. And a throw over to first, almost threw it away. Good catch over there by Ramos at first base. And this pitch inside almost got Rocha, and it did get him on the jersey. And whether he was or not, Joey sold that beautifully. So back-to-back hit by pitches that just did graze some of the jersey anyway, right, in this great game of baseball. 2 on and 1 out. And Nate Korahais, who I feel like, from what the little I've seen of Nate, a little better on the left side than the right. He's a switch hitter. And he'll bat from the left side here against Helmer. And he squares and pulls it back, and it's 1-0. Seen some crazy comebacks in the league. If you ever look at the scoreboard, take a look at the box score. Like I said, I'm not always sure the stats are that accurate. Korahais lays down a bunt. Helmer bobbles it. Doesn't have a play. Back to third is sliding in safely is Brown. And the ball got away, but not far enough. So, what do we... That's probably an error. So we'll call that an error. Korahais won't get a hit. He was sacrificing anyway, but he ends up at first base as Helmer bobbled that one. And now the Moos with the bases loaded and 1 out bring up Joel Townsley. He's 2 for 3. And the first pitch, low, 1-0 to Townsley. Tell you what, the Moos, when they bunt, when we've seen them bunt here at home, they've been very effective. One and 0 here to Townsley, and this pitch high, 2-0. When you watch Helmer, he squares up to the plate as if he's going to go from the windup, but then he gets his sign, and then he gets into the stretch position. 2 balls and no strikes to Townsley. And this pitch low. Nice stop by Hanks. Now 3-0. I always wonder when an error occurs on a pitcher, they come back, they generally seem a little rattled there, especially here now with the bases loaded. Nowhere to put Townsley. 6-2 Cannons in the 6th. You would think a for sure take here, and it is, and Helmer right down the middle for strike 1. So 3-1 now, and you would say the money pitch here if you're Joel Townsley. Korahais gets his lead off of first. Brown's at third. Rocha at second. And the 3-1 is way inside, so a walk. Tell you what. Couple of hit by pitches, which is how you would want them, just off the jersey, and now an easy RBI for Townsley. Scores Brown, and it's 6-3. And now J.J. Cardinal.
J.J. Cardinal.
Bases loaded for the Moos. 2 hit batters, an error, and a walk. And fastball right in there for strike 1 by Helmer. because I don't think there's relation, but if you know Southwestern, Jim Helmer, long time cross-country and track and field coach at Southwestern College. The track at the Southwestern Stadium is named after the Jim Helmer family. Cardinal fouls off the curveball, and it's 0-2. Nice job by Helmer here after walking Townsley to come right at a good hitter in J.J. Cardinal and get ahead 0-2. J.J. tonight 2 for 3 with a run scored, an RBI. Good speed at second and Corahais. Here's the pitch to Cardinal, and in there for strike 3. What a job by Helmer. It's a big strikeout. Second out of the inning for the Moos, and now they'll look for a 2-out hit from Derek Fay.
Right fielder, Derek Fay.
Brendan Sweeney talking to us in the pregame show, talking about just missing some opportunities. We certainly saw that in great detail last Sunday against Valley Center. Fay takes one towards first base. Nice pick over there by Ramos, and he will touch the bag for the 3rd out. So the Moos are gifted a couple of hit by pitch, an error, and a walk, but can only plate one. We'll head to the 7th inning, 6-3, Cannons. Top of the 7th inning here from Winfield. A 6-3 advantage for the Cannons. And Mickey Coyne. First pitch to Max Burney is fouled out of play. The Cannons shut out through the first 3 innings. They've scored 2 in the 4th, 5th, and the 6th. Fouled back again. Getting a little nervous, Scott. A couple of these foul balls tonight have come awfully close to our camera. Caden Niecase, always a lot of fans watching him pitch again. He went 5+ innings. He gave up 5 hits, gives up 6 runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 1 hit batter. And here's Burney fouling one off into the glove of Romero for a strikeout. So Mickey Coyne off to a good start here in the 7th.
Left fielder, Robert Sherrar.
Tough, again, there's the fine line of winning and losing in baseball. Again, tough in that 6th inning as Coyne came on with 2 on and no out. There's a first pitch strike to Sherrar. A sacrifice bunt by Blasey put 2nd and 3rd, but then a wild pitch scored a run and an error scored a run. Well, not an error, bad hop. We didn't call it an error, but it was a play that I'm sure Moos fans were hoping you make. Almost could have gotten out of that inning with no damage done. But then on the other hand, Moos bases loaded, big strikeout to get the second out, and then Fay hit it hard, but right at the first baseman. 2 balls and a strike here to Sherrar. That one's in there, sweeps across the plate for strike 2. Mickey Coyne on the hill in relief of Caden Niecakes. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Sherrar reaches out and fouls that one off. Sherrar tonight, 1 for 3, couple of strikeouts, singled and scored. And hits this one down the right field line. Fair. No, foul. Umpire says foul ball. I was looking at the home plate umpire. But the base umpire's right there. Had a much better look and just foul for Sherrar. Two balls, 2 strikes. And this one a high chopper out to Rocha at short. Has to unload in a hurry, throws it in the turf, but I think Sherrar beats it. But bad throw. Sherrar quickly going to second base, so that's going to be a hit and an error. Slow high hopper out to Rocha. So it'll be a single and then an error on the throw, sending Sherrar to second. And Zach Davis will come to the plate. He's 0 for 3. 4th error of the night for the Moos. Mickey Coyne has his sign from Romero, and the first pitch, Davis fouls it back. You know, I noticed this when I did El Dorado games.
At the plate for the Cannons, right fielder, Zach Davis.
Guys in warm-ups would throw a football around. And I know these guys are all great athletes, but I look down in the bullpen and guys just throwing a football there. Davis hits this one to Rocha. At short, he'll throw a strike over to first to retire Davis. Moving over to third is Sherrar. And with 2 away, Rocco Gump will come up. And Gump has been kind of the guy tonight for the Cannons. Played solid defense, started a 5-4-3 double play. And at the plate, he's 2 for 2 with a walk. He's doubled and scored. His double led off the 6th inning for the Cannons. High and in, ball 1. Lefty on lefty here. Coyne trying to start that curve at Gump and bend it around. He did, but high, 2-2. Or excuse me, 2-0. Coyne works pretty quickly. The 2-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. Good gas on that fastball. Six to 3 Cannons here in the top of the 7th inning. And that pitch just missing, 3-1. I'm sure the fans here at the Broadway Sports Complex happy the sun's gone down just enough. The scoreboard a little easier to read. It's a little bit of a hard read for the first 4 innings. And the 3-1 in there for strike 2. So a full count coming up here to Rocco Gump. Ramos waits on deck. Coyne set and the pitch. Low, ball 4. Lost him. So Gump has been on base all 4 times tonight. And that'll bring up Gabe Ramos. Ramos 0 for 2. Walked and scored in the 6th inning.
First baseman, Gabe Ramos.
Another lefty on lefty battle here. First pitch in there. Coyne hit his spot beautifully there, 0-1. Coyne's 0-1, a little bit high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Moos are home all 3 nights next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. We'll have all of them for you here on Facebook. This pitch just missed, 2-1. Of course, I know Brendan and Bethany Sweeney set up the camera for all the games. No audio on the road games. But we'll have broadcasting for you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. All games set to start at 6 o'clock. And next Sunday night is free hot dog night, thanks to the Winfield Recreation Commission. 300 free hot dogs ready to go next Sunday night. It's a lot of Frankfurter out there. 2-2, runner on the move. This one's hit towards Korheis at second. He's got it. Throws high to first. Cardinal comes down with it, and that will end the inning. So no runs on a hit, 2 left. It's time to stretch in Winfield. 6-3 Cannons here on Facebook. Well, we're 6-3 here in favor of the second place Kansas Cannons.
Left fielder Trevor Avidia.
The Moos trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Tough loss last Sunday night, then a 2-1 loss Wednesday. Last night they were beat pretty handily 16-8 by this Cannons team. Here's 6-3 in the rematch. Closed the book on Danny Helmer. He goes 1 2/3. Didn't give up a hit. Gave up a run. He walked 1. He struck out 1, and he hit 2. And Abidia hits this one towards short. York has it over to first for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up A.J. Romero. The new pitcher for the Kansas Cannons is David Dressendorfer.
The catcher, A.J. Romero.
Dressendorfer, a young man out of Round Rock, Texas, left-handed batter and thrower. He's out of Angelo State University. So Romero is 2 for 3 tonight, a couple of singles, hit into a 5-4-3 double play. He was the first batter Helmer saw. This one's flipped into right field, giving chase, and it's the right fielder Davis calling everyone off to make the catch. So 2 quick outs for Dressendorfer here in the 7th. And that'll bring up Brady Johnson.
Designated hitter, Brady Johnson.
Brady Johnson's walk-up music is Boogie Wonderland. course, I think of Caddyshack when I hear Boogie Wonderland. 2 quick outs. Here's Johnson. He's 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. And Dressendorfer a little bit high there. Ball 1. And the 1-0 is high, 2-0. I noticed Jackie Nikkei saying they're going to be here. Always like it when the parents come to the games, of course. The downside on the ego side of Kurt Caden is that means less people listening. Unless they sit right in front of us like Matt Hamilton's parents are tonight. But we'd rather have you here, that's for sure. 2 balls and a strike to Johnson. Of course, nothing's saying you can't bring your phone, plug in your headset. You could listen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is a delay for sure. 2-1. Curveball, beauty, drops in there for strike 2. Yeah, there's times I look over at my stream. It's a little bit off of what we're actually live looking at. Instant replay, exactly. The 2-2 pitch, and Johnson fouls it off. He has been a tough out with 2 strikes. Brady Johnson plays his college ball here in Winfield at Southwestern College. Jackie Nikkei, so they're coming up from South Mississippi. It's a long trip. Hope you're coming for all 3 games on the weekend. This one in the turf. Johnson, nice job holding up. I'd probably encourage, although bugs haven't really bothered us, at some point you would think the mosquitoes will be coming out. But bring your lawn chairs. Talk about the slabs here. You bring your lawn chair and you just set up. You got plenty of leg room. Lots of good views from the field here. A 3-2 pitch coming to Brady Johnson. And this one's hit towards short. High hop. That's a home kind of hit right there. That one hit the lip and bounced right over the head of York. So Brady Johnson's got a 2-out single. A little tough luck for the Cannons there. We'll see if Andrew Brown can make it hurt.
Center fielder
Brown celebrating a birthday here tonight. A couple of strikeouts, was hit by a pitch and scored in the 6th inning. 6-3 Cannons. And a good cut there by Brown. He misses 0-1. Oh, 0-1 pitch and a throw over to first. Johnson's kind of stuck in the mud for a moment, but back easily. Coming from South Mississippi, of course, our temperatures in the 90s shouldn't bother you too much. Dressendorfer a little high on this one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Looks like a sunny, hot weekend next weekend for all 3 games. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Brown reaches down and flips this one out of play. 1-2. The Moos are on the road tomorrow night at McPherson, then at Valley Center on Tuesday. They've had a couple exhibition hard-fought win and then a hard-fought loss here against Valley Center last Sunday. So you'd expect a good game for sure. Brown hits this one towards short, and York has it over to first, and that will retire the side. No runs on a hit, 1 left. We'll head to the 8th, 6-3 Cannons. So a new pitcher for the Midwest Moos, their third of the night. Mickey Coyne went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. And he'll give way to Cody Brown. Cody Brown, a lefty out of Friends University, in Wichita. And he'll face Cale Blasey. 7, 8, 9 in the Cannon order here in the 8th. And Blasey, first pitch swinging, lifts this one out into center field. Brown is under it. And Brown with the catch for the first out. And that'll bring up Jared Hanks.
The catcher, Jared Hanks.
Hanks tonight is 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch and scored. First pitch by Brown, high, 1-0. One ball and no strikes here to Hanks, right-handed catcher, and outside 2-0. Night falling here in Winfield. The 2-0 pitch is high, 3-0. One away here in the Cannon 8th. And this one not close, a 4-pitch walk. So a 1-out walk to Hanks, and that'll bring up Tyzik Noland. It was Noland who had the bad hop single that ate up Townsley to score the 6th run of the night for the Cannons. Throw over to first. Not a big lead over there by Hanks, although he keeps creeping off, and a curveball, sweeping curveball in there for strike 1. And that pitch in there for strike 2. So quickly 0-2 here on Noland. And this pitch dips low, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch to Nolan. That one's low and in, 2-2. And outside, 3-2, so Noland has worked it full. Busy week next week here for the Moos. Here's a 3-2. And a swing and a miss. Took something off there and got the swinging strikeout. 2 away, and that'll bring up the top of the order in Cade York. York is 1 for 4 tonight with a single and a run scored.
Shortstop, Cade York.
The Moos play tomorrow night at McPherson, Tuesday at Valley Center, Thursday night at Park City. Before coming home for 3. York hits this one out into right field. Fay going back, still going back, and made the catch on the warning track. Derek Fay with the catch to end the inning. No runs in the inning, one left for the Cannons. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning, 6-3 Cannons. Well, the Moos looking to come back here, down 6-3. And they'll send up a pinch hitter. Tyler Siebold will hit for Joey Rocha here to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
Pinch hitting for the Moos, number 15, Tyler Siebold.
Siebold had a good game last night. And he'll see if he can get the Moose started here in the 8th inning. If I'm not mistaken, by the way, tomorrow night at McPherson, it's a 5:30 start. No lights in McPherson, huh? Great field. No lights. McPherson comes here next Friday night. So we'll have the Pipeliners here on Friday. Here's the 1-0. Siebold bounces this one to third, and getting it on the big hop is Gump. He'll throw over to first to retire Siebold. And that'll bring up Nate Korahais. On Saturday, the Dirt Bags are here. Dirt Bag Baseball Club is what they're called. Well, Dirt Bags are here on Saturday.
Nate Korahais.
And then on Sunday, we'll get our first look also at the Kansas Curve, who's leading our league right now. So McPherson, the Dirt Bags, and the Curve here next weekend. One away for the Moos here in the 8th. And the first pitch to Korahais in there from David Dressendorfer. And Korahais taps this one back to Dressendorfer, gathers and fires a strike to first for the second out. To show you how even our league is, the Curve is in first place. McPherson has not won a game, but the Curve beat McPherson tonight 9-8 in 10 innings.
Third baseman, Joel Townsley.
Park City is leading Wellington 4-1. That's in the 6th inning. And nothing being reported from Valley Center and the Dirt Bags. First pitch is a ball to Joel Townsley. One and 0. And there for strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike. And a swing and a miss, 1-2. Townsley tonight, 2 for 3. Couple of singles, a run scored, and a walk. Bottom of the 8th inning, 6-3, Cannons leading. And the 1-2 pitch, shot fouled on the right side. So a ball and 2 strikes it remains. Dressendorfer, left-handed thrower. And the curveball, nice job hanging in there by Townsley, just got a piece. It remains 1-2 here to Joel Townsley. Curveball again, tapped foul. Love to hear the energy from the Moos dugout, still cheering on their guys here. 2 outs in the 8th, down 6-3. And the 1-2, swing and a miss. Good inning for Dressendorfer. He retires the Moos in order. We'll go to the 9th inning, 6-3, Cannons. Top of the 9th inning.
Leading off for the Cannons, second baseman Max Burney.
Max Burney will lead it off here for the Cannons, followed by Sherrar and Davis. And the first pitch from Brown in there for strike one. Burney tonight, 2 out of 4. Couple of singles, runs scored, reached on an error. An error that scored 2. One and one. Moos led 2-0 after 3 innings. Then the Cannons scored 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 2 in the 6th to lead 6-2. The Moos answered with 1 in the bottom of the 6th. And that's where we are here in the 9th, 6-3. And Brown floats one across there for a strike, 1-2. Another game. Moves last night led 4-1 against these Cannons before falling 16-8. Led tonight here 2-0. Burney pops this one up on the infield. Townsley over to make the catch in front of the pitcher's mound for the first out. So one away, and that'll bring up Sherrar. Robert Sherrar, 2 for 4 tonight for the Cannons.
Left fielder, Robert Sherrar.
2 strikeouts, 2 singles. Feast or famine tonight for Sherrar. First pitch started right at him, didn't bend around him, and hit him. Right on the posterior.
Right fielder, Zach Davis.
If you don't get hit by the jersey, that's probably the next best place to get hit. So Zach Davis, he's 0 for 4 tonight. A couple of groundouts on the infield, a strikeout, and reached on an error by the right fielder Derek Fay. First pitch fastball out of the zone, 1-0. The 1-0 way outside. That'll get all the way to the backstop on a wild pitch. No chance for Romero there. Like setting up down and in and having one sail outside and high. Cody Brown on the hill here. Second inning of work for the Moos. And reaching out and fouling this one off is Davis. Nikkei started, went 5, 2 innings by Mickey Coyne, and now the second inning of work for Cody Brown. Bernie led off the inning, popping up to the third baseman Townsley. Sherrar was hit by a pitch, moved to second on a wild pitch. And a big jump, an easy steal of third for Sherrar. That pitch was a strike. For the batter, Davis, it was a good pitch to hit, but he saw the huge jump by his teammate out there, so he just let it go by. 2-2 now to Zach Davis.
Stop, Phil. Where to go? Still third and
The 2-2 pitch. Lifted out into center field. Brown going back. This will be deep enough to score the run from third. So the stolen base turns out to be productive as Sherrar will come in. So hit by pitch, then a wild pitch, then a stolen base, and then a sacrifice fly. So 2 away, now 7-3 Cannons, and Rocco Gump, who's been on base all 4 times tonight. 2 walks, a single, and a double, has scored once. Seven, 3 Cannons, 2 away here in the 9th. And the first pitch in there for strike 1. Games Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the Moos. A busy stretch of baseball, which is what they're here for. This one fouled back, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Rocco Gump. And lifts this one out into center field. Andrew Brown bouncing around, now drifts back a bit and makes the catch for the third out. 3 fly ball outs in the inning, but hit by pitch, wild pitch, stolen base, sac fly. Scores 1 for the Cannons. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning, 7-3 Cannons. J.J. Cardinal leads off the bottom of the ninth inning for the Moos.
Now pitching for the Cannons is number 42, Jake Schultz.
Jake Schultz, a new pitcher, young man out of Towanda, Kansas, a Circle High T-Bird. And goes to Butler County Community College. Fourth pitcher of the night used by the Cannons. Cardinal fouls this one off quickly, 0-2. Dressendorfer went 2 innings. Gave up 1 hit. Struck out 1. 12 strikeouts tonight for Cannon pitching. The Moos have out-hit the Cannons 9-8, but trail 7-3, and Cardinal with a swing and a miss. Schultz took something off on that pitch.
Right fielder.
So that'll bring up the right fielder, Derek Fay. Fay 1 for 4 tonight. Couple of groundouts to first. The strikeout, he did single back in the 3rd inning. And Fay, first pitch swinging, fouls it off. Schultz, spelled S-H-A-U-L-T-S. Jake Schultz. Goes from the stretch. And the 0-1 is in there for strike 2. Not a save situation for Schultz, but he's throwing pitches like he might be a closer for the Cannons. Quickly 0-2, and a swing and a miss. So 2 quick outs for the Moos here in the 9th. That'll bring up Trevor Abedia.
Left fielder, Trevor Abedia.
7-3 Cannons. And again, just some key errors that have scored runs. You think of the 2-run error that was hit out to short. That 4th inning where there was certainly plays that could have been made and weren't by the Moos. Schultz in there, first strike 1, 1 ball and 1 strike to Abedia. Trevor 1 for 4 tonight. And hits this one out into second base. I thought it was traveling farther. It's a pop out to second. And that will end the game. The Moos go down in order in the last 2 innings. Great relief pitching by the Cannons. And they will get the win here tonight against the Moos by a score of 7-3. Let me add up my numbers here real quick. Let's see, 6, 8, 9. So for the Cannons tonight, 7 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. For the Moos, 3 runs on 9 hits and 3 errors. The Moos tonight, a couple of ugly numbers, really. They struck out 14 times. And they left, 3, 6, 7, 10, 11 men on base. So tough numbers for the Moos. The winning pitcher is going to be Danny Helmer. The losing pitcher, Caden Nikes. And there was no save. Time of tonight's game, 2 hours and 57 minutes. We're back with a full weekend of games here on Facebook next week. The Moos are at McPherson at 5:30 tomorrow night. They'll play at Valley Center Tuesday, at Park City Thursday. There'll be streams of all those games, just no broadcast. And then Friday night, McPherson's here. The Dirtbags are here Saturday. And on Sunday, the Kansas Curve. Look forward to talking to you again next weekend from sunny and hot Winfield. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. As always, appreciate all the comments from all of you watching and listening tonight. That'll wrap it up. For myself, that's Kurt Caden. I ask you to have a great evening. Also, choose joy. You've been listening and watching to MWMoos Baseball.